Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys? And welcome to a brand new episode of Energized, The Face Off. Ross, introduce the guests, man.
Today we have the interim Cage Warriors welterweight title fight between Matt Figlak and judo Jimmy Wallhead. Lads, how are we doing today?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah, doing great. Thank you, boys.
Ross,
Brilliant.
let's just put it out there. Jimmy was here first.
Jimmy arrived first, but that's not what's most important. What's most important is who gets their hand raised come Saturday night. Matt, I'm going to start with yourself. Were you surprised when you were offered an interim welterweight title with Reece only winning the belt there in June or July?
No, to be honest, no, I wasn't surprised. I heard rumors and things were happening behind the scenes, and I knew that Reece wasn't likely to fight. So I thought, yeah, it's going to be an interim title against someone. And yeah, it happened to be Jimmy. So yeah, it's a good one, definitely.
And were you thinking to yourself, it has to be me? I have to be one of the two people in that fight.
Oh yeah, 100%. It was going to be me. It was going to be me against someone. And I knew that. I knew that for sure, yeah.
And then Jimmy, obviously you came back to Cage Warriors with a bang. You knocked Sabinski out in absolutely devastating fashion. Were you surprised that an interim title was made, and are you delighted that you're now part of this fight?
Yeah, super delighted, and no, I wasn't surprised that the fight was made. Actually seen Matt backstage after my fight, and yeah, just my gut feeling was we'd be fighting very soon, and the stars aligned, and we're going to fight. So I'm very, very excited, and pretty early on. I'm pretty confident, pretty certain this was inevitable. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're very excited for this one. It's going down Cage Wars 146 Manchester, live on UC Fight Pass. If you want to get tickets for the event, make sure to get on to Matt and make sure to get on to Jimmy, because this one is definitely going to be the people's main event, Ross.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's an absolute banger of a fight. Anyone who watches Cage Warriors knows who Matt Figlak is, and they know who judo Jimmy Wallhead is. So this one is definitely one not to be missed. Matt, we haven't seen you in the cage in about 10 or 11 months. What differences are you going to see since the last time out, and how or why have you been out of the cage for so long?
Well, basically some injuries. You know, I had a few injuries that forced me out, but I've sorted them out. And yeah, you're going to see, you know, I'm improving. I'm young. I'm still young. I'm improving every single month, every single year. So yeah, you're going to see an improved version of me all around. You know, I focus on everything in this game, and you know, I've made a few adjustments in my camp as well. So yeah, you're going to see the best version of me in there, and man, it's a good version this time, I tell you that.
I love it. Jimmy, you've obviously been around the block, and you're back home, as they call it now. You're back home. How much would a win in a Cage Warriors world title at this stage of your career mean to you?
What, this old age, yeah? How would it feel this old age, yeah?
Yeah, don't worry. We'll have the Zimmer frame ready for you to go up the stairs.
Thank you, man. I hope so. How much would it mean to me to win this title? Well, I've wanted to fight for this title. I've wanted to fight for this title for 18 years. So having this opportunity is pretty special to me. You know, I never got opportunity to fight for this title because Dan was always champion or in contention. So for me to fight for this title is means a lot to me. Something I've always wanted to do. So yeah, waiting 18 years for something means something to someone, that's how much it means to me. I'm coming, you know what I mean? I'm coming for that belt, and I'm relishing the challenge that Matt's going to bring. I expect to see the best version of him, and I think it's going to be a great fight. And I've got nothing but respect for Matt, and I think we put on a great show for the fans, and I'm just looking forward to the whole thing. You know what I mean? Every time could be the last one for me. I'm an old man, so I have to enjoy it every time. You know what I mean? Put it all on the line in camp and in the fight, and you know, win or lose, it could always be my last one. So I'm just, again, happy to. No pressure on me, Matt. All on you, brother. So that's.
I love the pressure, mate. I love it. So it's good. It's good.
I have nothing but respect for you. I rate you, lad. I rate you a lot. Do you know what I mean? So
thank you, mate. Thank you.
No worries. And yeah, it's just gonna be good. I'm gonna enjoy it all. That's it. I'm gonna enjoy it all.
Baz, Jimmy's waited as long for this title shot as we did for our first pint of Guinness, 18 years.
I know, yeah. But like all good things happen to good people, Ross. That's the way it happens, you know.
Absolutely. And look, we heard it here first. Jimmy Wallhead blames Dan Hardy for not getting that title shot earlier, right? You heard it here first. The rift is starting there. The rift is starting.
That's it.
Matt, obviously Mike signed now with the UFC. Tell us, what was that experience like? Obviously the fight didn't go his way, but what was it like to see your brother live out his dream, and does that really light a fire in your belly to get to the UFC yourself?
Oh yes, definitely. No, it's something that I've already foreseen, you know, the behind the scenes, how professional the UFC is. I've already seen this in my mind, and to get there and see how it is, and to meet my expectations is just like, you know, it's just like a checkpoint in my life. And yeah, obviously Mike was first. I'm going to be in second, but that's fine. And yeah, it's an amazing experience to see how the top fighters in there, how they do it, you know, how the whole show is made behind the scenes. And yeah, I expect to be there very soon.
Shout out to Mike.
Yeah, shout out to Mike. Matt, also, look, we've seen Jimmy there show you that bit of respect. He rates you. Obviously, Jimmy looked incredible in his last fight. How do you rate Jimmy's skill set against your own?
Oh, Jimmy's skill set is very good. You know, he's a very experienced guy. He's been there. He's done that. He's been to very big organizations, and obviously this fight has been made. So he is very good. You know, I've got nothing but respect for him. Also, he's been around the block. He's done his thing, and he's been in the biggest organizations in the world. So you have to have respect for that. You don't get there if you're not good. So yeah, Jimmy's very good.
Yeah, he is indeed. He is indeed. Jimmy, tell us this. Obviously, you're in camp and you're training your hardest you can, of course. But what's it been like to prepare for a 5-round fight?
No different. No different. Listen, I just follow my coaches. I've got top coaches. You know, I just follow their lead and do what needs to be done. It's been a tough camp. It's been a very tough camp. I've had a lot. It's been a hard camp. Obviously, getting a little bit older. You know, camp's hard as you get older. I've had a few bits going on personally as well. I've got new business opening. I've had a very, very busy camp, very stressful camp. But I feel in a good place. I'm fit for 5 rounds. You know, I'm performing well in the gym. So, you know, it's just another day. It's just another day. Listen, you can feel shit all camp. You can feel great all camp. End of the day, we got to be on it 25 minutes against each other and give each other hell. And I'm super confident that I'll be ready to give Matt 25 minutes of hell, just like he will me. And it's going to be, I keep saying, I think it's going to be a great fight, man. I really do. Like you said, I've been around the block, but you know, don't count the old dog out. I'm going to give you a hard time, Matt. I'm going to give you a hard time. It's going to be fun, yeah? And I know you're ready. I'm ready. Don't
yeah, I know. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be it's the main event. It's the people's main event for sure. I 100% believe that. Yeah. This is like, I believe this fight has gone a little bit under the radar, but once we get in there and we fight, the people will know. The people will know. This is going to be the most exciting fight on the card, 100%.
100%. Definitely.
Well, once this video goes live, people will not be like overlooking this fight at all, Ross.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And let's call a spade a spade. Like, this is a UFC caliber fight. It really, really is. Like, these two boys are two of the best Europe have to offer. Matt, I want to touch on something that we've said a few times this video. Do you think Jimmy's here lulling you into a false sense of security? He keeps on saying he's this old guy, and he's saying it could be his last fight. Do you think he's trying to get you to underestimate him?
I think it's a little bit of both. You know, he is older. Let's not lie. He is an older fighter. He's been around the block. Like he says, any fight could be his last one, and I believe that is true also. Very true. He knows where he's at. Obviously, me and him are on a different trajectory right now. I'm a young up-and-coming fighter, you know, on a win streak going through these guys, and Jimmy's the guy with the experience. And yeah, it's a little bit of both, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I suppose you have to look at it this way. You know what I mean? Someone who's going into a fight thinking it could be their last is probably willing to leave it all in there. So that's definitely makes it even more interesting. And look, you know what I mean, Jimmy, you can say you're an old dog all you want, but the way you went in there and handled business with Sabinski, you know what I mean? Like, you could have been 25 years old the way you went in there and finished that. Am I wrong?
Wow, you tell me. It was all right. It was all right. I was happy. It was a good night. It was a good night. You know what I mean? Them nights don't happen, you know, all the time, very often. But like I said, I'm confident in my prep, man. I'm not. What is it? I think it's my with K1. I think it's my 47th pro fight. You know what I mean? And you know, like Matt says, you know, he's getting better every month. I'm still getting better at 38, man. I'm still getting better. That's the thing. I'm still improving. I'm not, you know, putting my feet up and just fucking happy with where I'm at. I'm striving to improve myself as a fighter and as a coach all the time. So, you know, I'm 38 and, you know, like I say, towards the end, but I'm still improving. And that's the thing. And whilst I keep improving and performing, you know, in the gym against top caliber training partners and opponents like Skabinski, I'm still here, you know. So, yeah, let's roll back the years one more time and let's have a ding dong.
Absolutely. Well, look at it this way: Bisping, George St. Pierre, Anderson Silva, Daniel Cormier, Randy Couture, they all fought for belts in their late 30s or early 40s at the highest level possible. So, yeah, like I suppose age is just a number, and with that experience comes that savvy. So that is an interesting element to this fight pass.
Yeah, well, like looking at it here, Matt's obviously on a 5-fight win streak. Jimmy's on a 3-fight win streak, and like the winner does take the interim title, and then they could potentially fight Rhys McKee, who is the undisputed champion at the moment. But there's talk of maybe Rhys going to the UFC. Lads, I'm gonna have to ask you: what way do you see the welterweight division at the moment? Matt, we'll go with you first, bud.
Simple. I'm at the top. Me and Jimmy at the top fighting for the title. That's it. Everyone else is just, who cares about them? I don't really care about all the other guys. But I don't even watch their fights, to be honest with you.
But we were actually watching the weekend, so we did see them. But Jimmy, what about yourself? What way do you see the division at the moment?
Very, very similar to Matt. I think Matt is a tougher fight than Rhys. I think Matt's up there. I do. I think Matt's at the top of the division. I believe in myself as well. I believe I'm at the top of the division on things I've achieved and my experience and always getting better. And I think this is it. I think this is the fight. And then, like Matt said, everyone after just keep bringing them up after. You know, so after we get this fight out of the way, whichever way it goes, I'm sure we've got the same mindset. Just keep bringing them. You know what I mean? Keep feeding us. We're at the top. So,
as I know, Rhys will be watching, and he won't like to hear what Jimmy said.
I think Matt's a tougher fighter than Rhys. I do, yeah. With all respect to Rhys, that's just my opinion. I think Matt's more well-rounded. Yeah, I think he poses more problems. I think he's a better fighter than Rhys.
And well, we'll see what happens, and if the winner does take on Rhys in the end. And that's why this one is the people's main event at Cage Warriors 146 in Manchester, and it'll be live on UFC Fight Pass on November 12th. Lads, before we wrap things up, is there anything else you want to say to each other?
Go on, Matt. Let you lead.
No, I got nothing, Jimmy. I hope to see you there in the best shape. And absolutely. Yeah, I'm coming in to fight, you know. I'm coming in for a war. I'm ready. I'm bringing in the whole artillery, all of the techniques that I've got under my belt, up and down, you know.
Good.
You name it, I've got it. So I'm ready.
Listen, mate, can't wait. I've no doubt about it. I can't wait, buddy. And I'll be bringing the same. And I say, man, let's both perform. Let's perform. Let's put on a show. And may the best man win. I wish you all the best. Nothing but respect. And yeah, let's try to kill each other. Yeah.
I love the respect.
That's what I like.
Perfect.
Yeah, we have massive respect for both you guys. We really do think you're at the top of your division, and we can't wait to see this fight play out. It is absolutely going to be a banger. Make sure to get to Manchester, watch the fight, buy tickets if you can. If you can't, make sure to subscribe to UFC Fight Pass. You can watch it live because that's the only place you're going to catch it. If you guys have been watching this watching this video on YouTube, make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification to catch all the Energized content. If you're on UFC Fight Pass, make sure to hit the show favorite. And as always, stay energized.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.